Hi everyone. Our group presentation will be based on our group's analysis of Crown Sydney Hotel Resort project. The goals of our presentation are giving an overview of Crown Sydney Hotel Resort project, showing the evaluation process and outcomes of this project management, discussion about the key project issues and lessons to be learned from the project operation, and analyzing our group work as a mini project. The project scope includes constructing a landmark building at Barangaroo Source on Sydney Harbour, which will be 271.3 meters high to optimize the views of the Sydney Opera House, the Sydney Harbour Bridge, and the Sydney Harbour. Inside the building, there will have a 6-star hotel, entertainment, and VIP gaming facilities. Crown Resort Limited also promised New South Wales government and the public that the successful project operation will bring economic and social benefits. The deliverables of Crown Sydney project can be divided into two categories. The project tangible deliverables will be a complex building with 350 hotel rooms and suites, 80 luxury apartments, signature restaurants, bars, luxury retail outlets, pools, and spa facilities. And the project intangible deliverables will be economic and social benefits for New South Wales government and the public. For the project priority, Crown Sydney identifies the performance of the deliverables as a parameter with the most significance. The project team puts huge efforts to select an iconic design for the construction, meet the criteria for a 6-star facility, and for world-class VIP gaming facilities. And then let's move to the project execution plan, which will include the project partners list and the estimated timetable for the construction of the Crown Sydney Hotel Resort. Crown and Lendlease have agreed to work together on an exclusive basis to design and construct the Crown Sydney Hotel Resort. The Crown Sydney Hotel Resort will make long-term jobs for Indigenous Australians, centerpiece of its development strategy. The National Centre of Indigenous Excellence has agreed to be a project partner for the Crown Sydney Hotel Resort to deliver training, mentoring, and support for Crown Sydney Hotel Resort's Indigenous workforce. The Crown Sydney Training College in Penrith, that established by the partnership between Crown and the Penrith Partners Group, will allow Crown to provide long-term jobs and employment pathways to job seekers and students in the western suburbs and the Blue Mountains. In order to deliver 6-star service, a happy and harmonious workforce is needed. Crown will closely work with United Voice to plan and deliver the Crown Sydney facility to help develop long-term workforce planning and training. As a provider of world-class integrated resorts offering gaming and entertainment facilities, Crown is committed to providing gaming services to customers in a reasonable manner. Crown will work with Mission Australia to cover the provision of responsible gaming support services for the Crown Sydney Hotel Resort. In addition, the execution plan of Crown Sydney has estimated timetable for construction of Crown Sydney Hotel Resort involves a total of 60 to 70 months, including 4 processes. The first stage is defined as specification and design. This process will be focused on selecting an iconic design for its building outlook and the interior decoration to attract tourists. Then, the proponent of Crown Sydney project will work with New South Wales government in the development and assessment of a detailed proposal. Statutory approval will be received from the Independent Liquor and Gaming Authority for the construction of the hotel resort. After receiving all of the approvals, Crown Sydney will start its negotiation with New South Wales government, which involves the finalizing of all outstanding issues with a view of entering into a binding agreement. The construction of this project can start after above processes and will take about 42 months to complete. The deliverables are listed here. And also the construction process should keep its commitment to the environment. And finally, a pre-opening stage would last for 3 months to check the staff level and create publicity before delivering the final products and services to consumers. In the project closure phase, Crown Sydney will revisit the project scope requirements to make sure everything has been made the requirements. And however, as a result of Crown's money laundering in some of these VIP accounts in other states, Crown Sydney's VIP gaming facilities supporting the feasibility of the project are blocked from opening, where the other operations have opened in December 2020. And the COVID-19 restrictions on international terrorism will generate direct loss of the income from the Asian high net worth tourism segment and the mainstream tourist segments.
Thank you for statement. I'm Hong Jing Ning. I will talk about project evaluation. So, it's always difficult to keep projects on schedule. The reason is that there are many always unexpected events that delays the progress of the project. Such special case, if not handled properly, can lead to project failure. In order to avoid this situation, it is the responsibilities of the project manager to establish a self-monitoring and control system to provide relevant and accurate project information for project decision making. Such a system enables the project manager to fully monitor all aspects of the project. So these are the advantage of the monitoring system. The first is verifies all the possibilities of the progress of the project. If necessary, make relevant decisions to change the development path of the project. In the process of project implementation, all important stakeholders must be involved. Next is the project managers can better weigh decisions, especially regarding project scope, project schedule, budgets, and quality. And abilities of projects and team leaders to learn from the previous mistake. It will help correct assess the course and time stretch of project performance. So, however, the projects of Crown Resorts did not establish an appropriate project supervision system, which make the project unable to carry out accurate and timely monitoring, resulting in a huge loss of the project. In a sense, monitoring provides management with useful information necessary to make decision. Decision made in such case will help restore smooth progress to the project, especially if the project has deviated from its plans. So let's see what the reasons of the failure of the project. So in legal scandal, so Crown's operations in China's and employees arrest on suspicions of crimes in October 2016. The possibility of money laundering in accounts of the two Crowns subsidiary. And in the casino, hundreds or thousands of dollars was bought into the casinos in Coast Georgia back and shocking back and exchange for chips and plaques. Crown failed it to ensure that it only has business contracts with reputable intermediaries operators. So Crown's risk management structures and resources really have problems in there. And next, Crown has unfulfilled promise. Crown promised to the New South Wales government that and authorities that the decrease organizes crime figures Stanley Ho would not be allowed to obtain Crown's direct, indirect, or beneficial interest. However, Crown's group did not fulfill its promise. Stanley Ho's affiliated anti-Macau Crown's Entertainment has an interest in Crown's group. Parker's agrees to sell its company's Crown's equities and thereby obtain an indirect interest in Crowns. It's not very good for this project. So the next reason is that they have the chaos management. The directors and executives are more loyalty to the resigned directors Parkers than the company, and they both have conflicts of interest between these directors that can help the projects to progress fluently. So the lack of sound immediately approved procedures, and also lack of proper supervisions and monitoring of bank accounts. So all these are the reasons of the this failure of the Crown's project. So, and now Crowns has a large, huge lost value. So Crown says its net debt position now stands at 892 millions, and it says that the Crown's Melbourne's license expects impairments of 490 millions, and the Crown's Perth casino license will result in an impairment of 440 millions, and the unissued Crown Sydney license will result in an impairment of 100 million. So if it add up together, that Crown is expected to take an accumulated write-down of 1.18 billion if it's cancelled its Crown Casino's license. So includes impairment of Crown's casino license, properties, plants, and equipment.
Hello, my name is Alan. I'm going to talk about the issue happened in the construction of our project, the resort. And there were some issues happened during the construction of the resort. They can be classified into 6 parts. They are site selection, impact on original traffic and roads, severe environmental assessment requirements, reliability of the designing competition, usage of the construction material, control of noise and handle of pollutant in air and water, and discord with the concept designing plan. When addressing this kind of issues, some experience has been earned. The first issue is the site selection of the resort and its impact on origin, traffic, and roads. There was a problem that the site should be placed in a flat terrain with broad traffic, and it should not affect the regular life of the nearby residents. Moreover, the future expansion should also be considered. It means it will not have a significant adverse impact on road operation. And the second issue is the severe environmental assessment requirements from the government and relevant departments. In the planning phase, the ecological sustainability is top priority in many ways. The project should also consider the conservation of biological diversity and ecological integrity through production of renewable energy, reduction of embodied carbon footprint, and rainwater harvesting and reuse to meet the requirement of scrutiny. The third problem is the reliability of the designing competition held by the project party. The competition is considered to lack authority, as it was not an open competition judged by a design review panel. For addressing this issue, the measurement is to involve external organizations, for instance, some well-known architects, to ensure the high quality of the construction design. And the fourth problem is the usage of the construction material. It was questioned by the public. As it would cause unacceptable glare. It was suggested that the contractor was supposed to use a single glazing type throughout the project, and the reflectivity of the podium should also be limited to a measurement of 20%. Another one is the control of noise and handle of pollutants. The pollutants, including air and water, as well as the noise, were identified as being generated during excavation and materials handling. It is advised that the project manager owns a revised waste management plan as well as a contingency plan. And timely classification and handle of the waste were also essential and imperative during the execution stage. And the last issue is the discord with the concept designing plan, which was relevant to the high-scale footprint and public domain. Some mistakes were made due to the lack of communication of each department. Therefore, internal meetings should also be held to confirm the final scope and objective, and to handle the ambiguity for achieving effect of everyone working together according to the goal. And as for the group mini project, the work breakdown structure was used during our projects. At first, a team leader was selected as our project manager, who allocated a job and coordinated each subdivision. Secondly, clarifying the goals and objectives were implemented for determining targeted industry and company. And after that, the work including assay and production of PPT was distributed, resulting to the project network approach according to proportion of different tasks and different characteristics and competence of each group member. And following up is the setting time limit, because it is very essential and imperative to ensure there will be adequate time to review and improve, and every subdivision can be started after the preparation stage. Moreover, meetings were frequently held to provide chance to each individual to place mutual supervision and give advice. And finally, the initial deliverable was achieved. Every part of the work was fused together. Each team member implemented mutual inspection to ensure integrity and fluency of the assay. And while the paper had been completed, the production of PowerPoint then can be made according to different members' parts, and the production of presentation was flowing as the final deliverable. And according to the project network, our mini project can be divided into several parts, which were determining the theme and objectives, dividing the work, checking materials online, determining the final reference materials, setting time limit, editing paper, checking and giving suggestions for deficiencies, merging each part, making PPT slides, merging PPT slides, presenting and recording, checking the fluency of the text and the correspondence with the video, and submitting the final text and PPT slides. After that, I think there were some problems happened during our project and cannot be neglected. For example, the discord at this target of our project due to different measure of our group member. After a long communication, our leader combined everyone's opinion and characteristic to confirm our final goal. And it was beneficial for each team member to give play to their talent. This is one of our experience learned from this mini project. And another issue was unclear division of labor and it led to repeated editing of the same content appeared in the writing process. It implied that the timely communication was very important and every individual should be clear of their own part. And the next one is the inefficiency of resource allocation. Every member had their advantage. While team members are not familiar with each other, it resulted in the failure to allocate the optimal resources to the most suitable work. So the experience was that we should have effective communication. And when the advantage of each individual was told and confirmed, the completion time would be reduced and the quality of the work will be improved. And the last issue is the situation of overall delay. Strictly, managing the time limit was very, very important for a reason that every step was moved following the last step. So the procrastination of one of the parts would cause overall delay of the process. And scrutiny and allocation of premium resources from the project manager should be in place. This is the measurement. And it can ensure the timely completion and the high quality of the project. And thanks for watching.